Hey, we've got our dude from WFAN, Keith McPherson, joining us right now. We'll do a little Yankees and Mets report. Yeah, he looks fired up today. All right, well, you know what? I want to go Yankees first with you, Keith, because I know there's pros and cons which we can get into with the ball club, but I'm going to start really, really positive. How nasty is Max Fried to watch and unpredictable for hitters?
First off, thanks for reaching out. Thanks for bringing me back, guys. I was in there last night. I was in there Friday. Free day on a Friday. Like, free day is the new Cole day now. We all miss Gerrit Cole, but like when this guy is on the mound, there's 42,000 plus people in there last night. I think there was like 46 on Friday. We just know what time it is, right? We know this guy's going to shove. We know we're watching a master at work. We know we're going to win. We haven't lost a game with him on the mound. It's like a level of confidence that the team carries and the fans carry. And, shout out to Brian Cashman for, the first pivot move being to go sign Max Fried.
Yeah, but is he supplanted Gerrit Cole? Let's say he wins a Cy Young this year. Let's say he wins a Cy Young. Gerrit Cole did what he has done, what he's done. Next year, opening day, who do the Yankees fans want?
You can't supplant Gerrit Cole until you do something in the postseason. I'm just saying this is a good fill-in right now. This is like, if we didn't have this guy right now, I guess we'd have Carlos Rodon, who's been solid his last few starts. But like, it's a pleasant surprise. I wouldn't even say it's a surprise because we knew Max Fried was him. We knew he was like that. But man, when Cole went down, the value of going out and signing this guy went up. And to see how he has taken on the pinstripes are not heavy for him. I'm loving it. I'm literally like, every time he pitches at Yankee Stadium, I'm going to those games. I'm not ducking his starts.
What do you see different from him that you don't see from, or you wish, Carlos Rodon would pick up? You wish that some of the younger pitchers would pick up from Max Fried?
I think Rodon has. I see them talking a lot in the dugout. I think Carlos Rodon has picked up some of his command, his calmness, his confidence on the mound. Like, when you're the guy on the bump, like, everybody's waiting on you. A lot of times we saw Carlos Rodon like get overwhelmed by little things, whether it was a strike that gets called a ball, or weather, or the mound, or even fans heckling, booing. I think with Fried, he is just a slow heartbeat guy, and he never gets rattled. And obviously, he's got so many pitches, and he just like gets guys off balance, and he's in complete control. I think a young guy like Will Warren can learn a lot from him. Clark Schmidt is another guy that has a few different pitches in his arsenal that I think is probably going to benefit from being around Max Fried. He's setting the table for the whole rotation.
All right, Keith, enough about Max Fried. I mean, you were at the game last night. Dylan Cease was dealing, okay? Cody Bellinger hit the home run. But as a Yankee fan, this is what I want to know. Do you guys all owe Trent Grisham an apology? Feel free to apologize to him right here, because there was a lot of boos and get him off the team, and now he's got the crazy mustache, and he's just hitting homers every time.
Let me explain, right? Because the same fans that were chanting "We want Weaver" with Devin Williams on the mound a couple Fridays ago when we played the Blue Jays, we eat our own in New York. It just is what it is. It's the hardest place to play because fans are ridiculous. They want everyone to be perfect, and baseball is a sport of failure. You're not going to be perfect. No, I don't care who you are. Now, with Trent Grisham last year, the "We want Soto" chants came because it was the Dodgers series. They sat Soto, and Grisham was glued to the bench all year. We didn't really get to see what Trent Grisham was. Aaron Boone has already said, I should have gave him some more run last year. Honestly, I was screaming for him to get some run over Verdugo, but they specifically wanted to keep him in center field. So, I mean, we love this guy now. I nicknamed him the bashful basher because he hits his home runs and then he doesn't watch them. He looks away. It's almost like he's ashamed of like, what have I done? Trent Grisham, we love this guy. And he's the starting center fielder. He's become the leadoff hitter. And now we have good problems with Belly, with Jason Dominguez, and obviously Judge out there in the outfield. So don't get it twisted. It's not all of us, especially me coming out of the bleachers. The bleacher creatures, we chant the players' names during the roll call. After that, it's Yankees baseball. We are rooting for the laundry. We are never rooting against our guys. But there are some fans, they pay a lot of money. They sit close to the field where the players can hear them behind the dugout, and they wear them out. So, yeah, some of those guys have to apologize. I don't have to apologize. I was never on that.
Okay. Was it the best backflip you've ever seen last night? Because that was pretty cool. He flipped the bat, caught it, and then flipped it again. So is that 2 bat flips, or does that count as 1 bat flip?
I was in there. I didn't see it live. I did
You
see
were
it on a
watching the Knicks. You were watching the Knicks. All right, so we'll get to that. But you weren't even watching the game. You were watching the Knicks.
I was doing both. I had to watch the Knicks. I'm on the radio at night. So when I leave the stadium and go to host WFAN, there's 100 calls for the Knicks. I can't be like, I missed the Mitchell Robinson hack-a-midge taking them out. But anyway, Trent Grisham with that pinch hit. I wish I bet it in real time. I wish I live bet it because that's exactly what we were looking for. That's what we needed. And you mentioned Dylan Cease. Like, I was in there stressed. Honestly, watching the Knick game was keeping my mind off the fact that we were getting no hit. I'm like, I'm just watch this game. I'm going to act like we're not getting no hit right now. Belly breaks it open. And then Trent Grisham just being ready when you call his number. He's a slow heartbeat guy. He's a guy that, like, he doesn't have much emotion, and you need that in New York. You can't get too high. You can't get too low.
Dylan Cease completes that no-hitter last night. Are we then on the Dylan Cease is a Yankee in 2026? Yo, we got to get this guy for sure.
The world may never know. He didn't complete it. I don't know about that. I will say this. There are Yankee fans that were pleading for us to trade for this guy. Obviously, when Cole went down again, it's like, who's out there? Who's out there? And Yankees Twitter is the strongest Twitter fan base in all of sports. So there are voices and things coming from all over the place. And Dylan Cease was definitely a guy that we wanted. And I even heard some chirping last night in my section, like, see? And I mean, his ERA is up. He hasn't had the ace-like year, but he was shoving last night. And fans were definitely like, see, this is a guy we should get. Cashman should be on the phone tonight.
Yeah, like the Padres will just get rid of one of their healthy pitchers. But anyway, don't worry about that. Who's more polarizing right now? Juan Soto, kind of like having a down year and like, two homers. Now he's starting to go oppo a little bit. Or Aaron Judge, just whack, base hit, hitting 400.
Oh, it's Juan Soto. I mean, Judge, and we'll get to Judge in a minute, because Judge is kind of last night. I actually don't even want to speak on it. I'm just act like it didn't happen. But Juan Soto, I've been on air saying I don't think Juan Soto realized what he did going from Yankees to Mets. Even though he wasn't a homegrown Yankee, he was here for a year, went to a World Series, and he left to go across town. Like, these fans are insane. These people hate you now. You're a villain. So there are Yankee fans hate watching Juan Soto. And when I mean hate watching, like, they're rooting for him to fail. And I'm not going to lie, as a Yankee fan, am I pleased that he's not putting up the numbers so far in the first 6 weeks of the season that he did last year with the Yankees? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. But I know who he is. I watched all of his at-bats last year. I got to meet the guy last year. Like, I put some bets on him last year. And I've been saying to folks on WFAN, like, that are Mets fans that are getting frustrated. And a lot of the frustration comes from, the Yankee fans saying, he's overrated, he's overpaid, his best days are behind him. He'll never have the year that he had like he did last year hitting in front of Judge. They're getting impatient, but I'm like, this dude is one of the most proven hitters in the game. It is only a matter of time until he gets hot. So he had the 2-homer game last week. And they lost the game. He had the 2-homer game yesterday. And I'm like, there he is. Yep. I'm like, that's what he's going to do. Now, just wait and be patient. There's obviously an adjustment here. He's got more money than he's ever had. He's on a different team. He's got different teammates. Life has completely changed. But that guy in the batter's box is one of one. So he's polarizing because of the rivalry here in the city, but it's great. It's added so much juice. I cannot wait for the Subway Series on Friday. Like, I cannot wait. I like through the week. I will be at Yankee Stadium probably 3-4 p.m. on Friday. Gonna be nuts.
If you want to be bougie and have your own personal shopper, Hungry Root is actually the spot, and you can do it at an affordable price.
Yeah, without a doubt. And especially with my busy schedule with kids on the run all the time, baseball, gymnastics, I need a source that's going to get me going and my kids as well. So I'll pop in an easy chicken parm or grilled chicken, put it in a nice container, get it to go, and the kids are excited, and they're full, and they're nutritional, and it's ready to rock for their games.
There will be snacks that you have never heard of that you will immediately fall in love with. They will pick them out for you if you want. Obviously, you can go on there. You pick all of your preferences. Hungry Root gets the job done. Okay, FT fam? We love Hungry Root. Take advantage of this exclusive offer for a limited time, 40% off your first box plus a free item in every box for life at hungryroot.com/FT. That's code FT. hungryroot.com/FT. Code FT for 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. The code is simple. It's 2 letters, FT.
Wait, what was the Judge thing? What was the Judge thing you didn't want to touch on?
Judge is just the greatest hitter we've ever seen.
He's hitting 400. He's hitting 400. I mean, what can you say about him?
He's a video game. He's unreal. He's breaking baseball. He's doing things we haven't seen. But his on base streak ended last night, and he dropped a pop up last night, and like it wasn't a pop up. Yeah, but I won't call it a pop up.
That wasn't the World Series. How many people? That wasn't the World Series Game 5. Come on.
Exactly. You know how many people, as soon as he doesn't make a play like that, are saying, drop the pop-up in the World Series, here we go again. But look, we didn't necessarily need Judge last night. So many other players stepped up, from Belly to Grisham to Oswaldo Cabrera to Devin Williams, who's been polarizing himself, and JC Escara, and the whole team. It was a team victory last night, and they had to get that one, because we should have swept the Padres, but they had to get that one last night to take the series from a good Padres team.
All right, let's go to the Knicks. Did you cheer louder for when the Knicks fouled Jason Tatum and stole the ball away, or when Trent Grisham hit the home run, or when Escara got the hit to win the game, or drove in the winning run? Sorry.
So, I'm from Jersey. I'm not a Knicks fan. It's not a secret. I'm a Nets fan, but I'm a New Yorker, and I've been up here for so long. I just understand, the Knicks being good is more rare than the Mets being good. And the Knicks unite the city. It's one team that's been in the middle of Manhattan for 100 years, and it's been passed on generation to generation, and they were terrible for so long. So for them to have this run, I was seeing it in my section. I'm watching. There's a guy behind me who's a little bit ahead. There's people wearing Knicks gear. As that game got closer, and the Celtics could not score, and the Knicks take the lead, it was euphoria for people. The stadium started to get loud. We actually went down in the game, in the Yankee game. So it was odd, because the fans are cheering. The fans start chanting, "Let's go Knicks." The Yankees are down 3-1. But I wasn't cheering for the Knicks. I'm just doing my job as the nighttime host that's going to be on air 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. talking to all the fans. I cheered when Belly hit the home run, when Grisham hit the home run, and then when Devin Williams came in the game. I got to drive downtown to the station. When he came out of that gate, I heard the sounds of the fans, and I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. I couldn't stand to watch. It live. I'm like, I'll listen to Dave and Susan call it in the car. I got to be on my way anyway. The traffic was building. Some people were leaving. Some people left that game after the 7th inning, the 8th inning. But I always have to be mindful of the traffic, because I play that game where I'm in the Bronx, and then I got to get downtown. So yeah, I didn't cheer for Brunson or Bridges or any of that. I was yelling and screaming for the Yankee game that I was physically at.
Keith, let's finish with this. I need your best perspective on how wild the Soto reception is going to be for the Subway Series. What is going to happen? How nuts is it going to get?
So I was in there for the Astros series. I led the roll call for the Astros series in 2022, and it was insane. And when the roll call starts, you got to try to get everybody to come down a bit. But there's boos, there's "Let's Go Yankees" chants, there's people clapping, and you just need everybody to come down to get that first call and then get the chant started. Shout out to Mark, who leads the roll call. He's going to need some backup. He's going to need some help, because this is going to be a raucous environment, and there's going to be Met fans in the section. And on my radio station, WFAN, Tiki Barber has called for everybody to just turn their backs to Juan Soto. It's not going to happen. They're going to be. It's on a Friday now, right? For the last few years, they made it Tuesday and Wednesday. In 2021, it was a weekend series. That weekend series of 9/11 weekend in 2021 was the best baseball environment I had been in that whole season, because it's all of New York. It's "Let's go Yankees, let's go Mets, let's go Yankees." That it's going to be dueling "Let's go" chants, boos, cheers when he comes out of the dugout, and now he's not coming out of the home dugout to right field. He's coming out of the it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. The F. Juan Soto chant started a long time ago. They're selling those shirts, and like the Yankees are in first place, the Mets are in first place. It is going to be a collision course. It's going to be a legit movie. That's what I'm saying. Fast forward me to next Friday. I'm going to be in there, and you know what? I said, I don't know how I'm going to feel. Like, am I going to boo the guy? I don't know. Am I just going to be quiet? I think I'm going to probably boo. I think I'm probably going to be a booer. Yeah, I'll probably boo.
Yeah, and it's on a Friday, which also means BOOZE. More of that as well,
Yes.
which usually leads to.
Hey, by the way,
more
I know you're
fans.
New Jersey, born and bred, New York this, New York that, blah, blah, blah. Go to a Cubs-White Sox game when they're both good. It's way better. Just saying.
Crosstown Cup. I mean, I've been on both sides of the north side and the south side. I've never gone to one of those games. That's not my party, man. That's not. I don't have a place there. But I'll have to check one day, and it might not be one day soon. It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, you got to wait till they're both good and they both try. Like, you can't go in one
where
or both
where
are
the
bad.
Cubs are and where the White Sox are. It's not really a rivalry. I can't wait for the Cubs to come this weekend to face the Mets. They got to step right up and greet the Mets, and I think that's going to be a really good series. I think when you look at what the Mets do at home in Citi Field and you look at what the Cubs are, like, that's going to be a battle before the Mets battle the Yankees. The Mets have a tough little run here.
Take the over.
Those are two good offenses. Exactly. Take the over. But yeah, next time White Sox Cubs is good is going to be a minute. I don't know if anybody can tell me when the White Sox are going to get back on track.
Nobody thought Chicago would get a Pope, but they got a Pope now. So you know what? That's the bigger question.
One thing at a time.
That's right. We're working our way up.
It's a good distraction for a few years or maybe many years until the White Sox figure it out, because it's going to be a minute.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.